All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Wellness Wednesday Superfood Reset call. My name is Dominique Jeffries. I have been a part of this community and eating the organic superfoods I'm going to share with you tonight for the past 5 years. And it has completely transformed my health, my quality of life, and honestly just opened me up to what's possible when you have the resources to really nourish your body and feel at home in your body. So tonight, we're really excited to share with you more about this nutrition program, what exactly makes it unique, but also we want you to hear from some live testimonials from people who have added this into their lifestyle and really how it's impacted their life as well. Okay, so our flagship program, the nutrition program that we're going to share with you tonight is called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. So if you hear me refer to it as the ULT, that's also what we call it. It's a very shortened version, but the ULT is the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. And usually when people start this program, they're looking for a lot of different things, right? Sometimes they are looking to strengthen their body. Maybe they're wanting to just nourish their body on a deeper level, improve their digestion, reduce inflammation, or honestly, even get just deep, restful sleep. I know a lot of people I've talked to are struggling with their quality of rest. And what happens is when they start this program, they notice that their energy starts to improve, their sugar cravings start to quiet. I know that was me, that was my experience. And their hormones start to balance in with nature. Okay, so what this program consists of is 2 meal replacements a day. But I want you to keep in mind that this is not about deprivation. This is not a diet. There's nothing that we're going to share with you that's about depriving yourself. It's really about adding in more whole foods, more clean foods into your body. And that's what we provide, is being able to replace 2 of those meals for you. So our meal replacements, what they consist of are our Power Shake, which is our green juice, our Super Amino 23, which is our protein, and then also our gut support, which is our biomedic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you exactly what they look like, each of these superfoods. And I'm going to start with the biomedic. I'm going to start with our gut support because ultimately our gut health really sets the tone for our overall health, right? Our gut is in charge of our immune system. Our gut also controls the quality of our skin health, and then also our emotional well-being, right? Our mental and spiritual health. So with biomedic, one of the reasons why I love this so much is that it is the only clinical solution to detoxifying glyphosate from the body. So drop a 1 in the chat if you're not familiar with glyphosate, or maybe you've never heard that word before. I know before I found this community, I did not know what glyphosate was, but I knew that when I saw what it comes from, which is a weed killer called Roundup. My grandfather actually used to spray Roundup in our backyard to keep weeds from growing. You can find Roundup in Home Depot. You can actually see in this picture here, this is what the guy is spraying, and it's sprayed on 75% of our food supply. And what glyphosate does to the body is that it has been linked to cancer, to autoimmune diseases, to infertility, and also autism in children. So it's very important that we protect ourselves from this chemical, but most people don't know that there's even a solution to protect them. So with biomedic, when you take this, it pulls 74% of that glyphosate from your body when you take it for 6 weeks. So what it also does is it helps replenish the good bacteria back into your gut. So what most people notice right away is that their digestion improves, their clarity, their mental clarity, their mood improves, and also the inflammation in their body starts to go down because it also helps address the CRP levels in your body. So biomedic is incredible. And I really wanted to start with this superfood because this really is the epicenter of what makes this program so unique and honestly so effective. And then next we have our Power Shake. So this is our legacy green juice. This is the juice that everybody loves. Drop a 2 in the chat if you are obsessed with your Power Shake, and at least have 1 today if you're part of our community. This is, like I said, our green juice. It has this beautiful emerald green color, and it has an appleberry flavor. So a lot of times people look at green juices and they're like, this is probably going to taste nasty, but ours, I will say that this is the best green juice I have ever had in my life. And usually when I introduce it to people, they say the same thing. But it is actually naturally sweetened with monk fruit. So what makes this unique is a lot of different things, but it comes in this dehydrated powder form. And you actually get more nutrition from the power shake than you do from juicing. And that's because the fiber is still intact. And then also the enzymes are still in their living state. So when you add water to this juice, it actually reactivates the living enzymes. And it's essentially you having a fresh pressed juice. So one of the other reasons why the power shake is also so effective is that it has the equivalent of eating 6 superfood salads in one shake. So what you do is you're actually going to get this portable blender that comes complimentary with your package. And what you'll do is you'll add the powder to this, add water, hit the blender, and you have 6 salads in less than a minute, which is honestly the healthiest fast food you could ever find, right? And what most people notice with the power shake is that it really saturates your cells. Like your hunger starts to go away. It also helps just with your energy. I noticed I used to have to take a nap every day before I went to work, but when I drink the power shake, it gives me that sustained energy throughout the day. And then one of the other things about the shake that I love is that it actually helps activate what's called adiponectin in our body. And that's also referred to as our skinny hormone. So when you drink this, it helps keep your body at its natural healthy weight. So if you do have goals to either lose weight or maintain your weight, the power shake is a really great resource to just have on hand for you. And like I mentioned multiple times, and probably you read in the chat that it tastes amazing. Okay, and the next part of the meal replacement is our super amino 23. So this is your protein component. And the super aminos were actually designed by a doctor. His name is Dr. Luca Moretti. And he created this protein for patients who were on dialysis and in a coma. Because without movement or being able to get quality protein, our muscles do waste away. So what you see here in the super aminos, they come in a tablet form. And they're unique because your body actually absorbs 99% of this protein. And that's because it is pre-digested. So most protein has to be broken down by your liver and your kidneys, and then the rest of it is absorbed by your muscles or your skin and your hair. But with this, you're absorbing 99% through your lymphatic system in 23 minutes. So what most people notice is that their skin starts to tighten, their mental focus starts to change, their hair starts to grow. You're also able to build lean muscle on this program. So if you do have a goal to either build more muscle or maintain the muscle mass that you have, you can do that. And that's because of the super aminos. And I also love that they come in this little bottle. So I usually keep them in my purse, and it's easy to travel and have protein on hand without having to cook anything or stop and get it out somewhere, right? And then another part of the component of this program is our sleep support, which is also known as our apothecary. And this is what gives us that deep, restful, regenerative sleep, right? We can't talk about health unless we talk about getting the restful sleep that our body needs to recover. So what makes the apothecary unique is that we have a particular sour tart cherry that's actually the only fruit in nature that has natural occurring melatonin. And what it does when you drink it before bed is that it helps bind to the toxins in your liver and helps clean your liver while you're at rest. So when you wake up, a lot of people feel lighter, or they feel a lot clearer. I remember the first time that I drank this, I woke up actually smiling because I got that restful sleep that I didn't realize I wasn't getting for a long time, you know? So another thing about the apothecary is that it helps address inflammation in your body. Obviously alleviate a lot of that inflammation in your joints. And then it tastes amazing too. I love it with coconut water, but I also like to drink it warm before bed and just have like a warm like cherry tea before bed. It's really good. And I'll also say I like to add it as a salad dressing too. You can add it to your salads and kind of have like a nightcap with your dinner before bed. So that's the component of the transformation, all 4 superfoods. But one of the last components, which is honestly one of the most important too, is that this program also addresses parasites, right? So you have a full parasite cleanse pretty much embedded into this program. And with parasites, we are all exposed to them. Unfortunately, we can get them from eating meat, from fish, sushi, especially if you have any pets, dogs or cats, and you can even exchange them with your partner also. So parasites, a lot of people don't recognize, but they have been linked to multiple different health issues, everything from mood disorders to brain fog. I even heard that teeth grinding can be linked to parasites as well. So it's really important to address parasites seasonally. And when you have this program, you're able to do it within the 10 days of the 30-day transformation. So you're going to do it for 10 days. You're going to add this capsule in, and then you'll be able to take a break for 20 days and do another round for 10 more days. And what that does is it cleanses out the life cycle of the parasites. So we're going to cover you all around when it comes to transforming your health. So this is the full program. You can see all the superfoods together. And what we do is we add in the top three, like I mentioned, your super aminos, your power shake, and your biomedic 2 times a day. You're going to have a healthy meal in the evening, maybe for dinner or for lunch, whichever you want to swap out. But I do want to keep in mind that, like I said earlier, this is not a diet, right? This is about adding in more whole foods into your life. So you can snack as much as you want. We just recommend that you take a break from maybe like some highly overprocessed foods, right? I used to snack on a lot of pretzels and chips and just whatever I could find to kind of munch on. And that was because I wasn't really nourished on a cellular level. So what you can add in to snack on or just to kind of fuel your body with is thinking about more organic whole foods, right? Think about nuts, fruits, vegetables. You can eat those as much as you please. And then usually the number one question is how long is the program, right? So this is a 90-day reset, and you will actually get a 30-day package once a month. So over the course of 3 months. And the packet full kit looks like this, what you can see here on the slide. And we encourage you to do 90 days just because we really want you to give your body the time that it needs to fully nourish, detoxify, and repair. Because we're doing all 3 of those, adding in these superfoods. And the cost, which is usually the number one question, is how much does this program break down to? And it breaks down to $12 a day. And that is replacing, like I mentioned, 2 high quality organic meals. So what I noticed, and even a lot of people that I've shared this with, is that they're transfer spending, right? Most people are no longer going to Starbucks anymore in the mornings before work because they need their coffee or their pick-me-up to get through the day. They actually have energy when they take the super aminos and they have their power shake, right? A lot of people are not in Chick-fil-A drive-through anymore, just trying to get a quick snack, right? Because they have this food on hand that they can make at any time. So when you think about what you're already spending money on, that's not really in alignment with how you want to feel or, really the quality of life that you want to have, you're able to transfer spend here, and you're going to cover the bulk of your groceries for the entire month. So that is the program all in one. Before we open up for questions, because we do want to hear from you guys what questions you have and maybe some of the goals that you have. We always like to share some testimonials from people who have added this superfoods into their lifestyle, have been on the program, and really how it's impacted their health. So I know we have a few testimonials. I'm going to start with Lori. So if you could unmute and just share where you were before you started this program and really how adding this in has, really impacted your quality of life and your health.
So hello, my name is Lori, and I'm going to give you a little background. I've always been health conscious. I started in my 30s eating healthy foods. I sprouted, I juiced, I did food combining. I did all those things in the 80s and 90s. But as the years went on, I also led a super busy life, and juicing and sprouting and even a salad took way too long. I ended up resorting to just making a sandwich, going into, it was so much faster than doing anything else. And at the same time, I would skip meals. Because I was always in a rush. So I was also the person that did a lot of supplements, forgetting to take them. I ended up throwing them out because they expired. And in my mid-40s, everything kind of caught up with me. I started getting chronic, debilitating health issues. Running from doctor to doctor. I was malnourished. I had fibromyalgia. I had a lot of body pain. I had chronic migraines up to 10 a month, between 8 and 10 a month. I had a chronic heartburn, brain fog. I had vascular disease, which was monitored yearly. I had an ovarian cyst, which was growing in size and monitored as well yearly, plus anxiety and sleepless nights. 3 years ago, after seeing a post on social media on Purium, and that took minutes to make, and it was super high dense, nutrient dense foods, it inspired me. So I decided to try it. I said, what do I have to lose, right? Um, so I don't know, do you have a photo of me? Are you showing any photos at all of
I have
before and after?
one. I know Michael sent me one. I can share it really quick and pull it up. Yeah. I don't know if this is the one that you,
Well,
but
I don't know if I'm frozen. Am I frozen? Oh.
can you guys see my screen? Can you see this?
So the photo on the right is super different than the one on the left. Same photographer, there was nothing has changed except for the fact that I actually incorporated whole foods, Purium foods into my routine because I found it so easy. I didn't have to, didn't have to spend hours and hours making a salad and cutting things up and sprouting and it was just too much for me. And I'm 62 now, and the what's happened is that my body pain, my heartburn, and migraines have substantially decreased. If not, they're non-existent. I sleep better. I have more energy, more clarity. My body feels more balanced. My skin and hair feels healthier. My circulation, which was a constant concern, is now managed. And my ovarian cyst, yes, the ultrasound shows that it's shrinking. However, this is only thing that this is facts. It's not, I'm not trying to, these are facts on an experience that I can only say that what's changed in my life was adding Purium to my lifestyle. And I feel so grateful that I was introduced to this. And I do hope that that you, whoever has invited you here, has given you a path to health. Like you'll feel grateful too that somebody really cares for you. And I hope that my journey resonates with you and inspires you to take the leap forward to your own transformation because it really worked for me. And I was
Yeah.
very, very, very grateful. And I'm still
Yeah.
grateful.
Thank you so much, Lori, for sharing your story. I wasn't juicing before I found this community or before I found Period, but I was making a kale smoothie every morning and it was terrible. It was literally kale, water, pineapple, and like ice. And I would just blend it just so I could check the box of like I'm getting my greens in. And so when I found the power shake, my sister actually introduced me and I was like, oh my God, I don't have to drink this nasty kale smoothie every day. I'm actually getting more nutrients in the power shake. It actually tastes better. And so when you mentioned just, the time that it takes to prepare meals, healthy meals, or to juice, right? You don't really, most people, the average person doesn't have that time. And that's really why, this community came to be, the superfoods came to be, was so that people could have convenient, high quality foods. So I'm so glad that your health is improving, your ovarian cysts are shrinking, and that you have this at your fingertips to really nourish you. So thank
Well,
you.
also, I just want to add that the beauty of the power shake is that everything is in there. You don't have to be a chemist. You don't have to go to a health store and go, okay, what am I missing now? And I'll take it's just too much work. It's like 5 scoops and it's done.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much for sharing. I know a lot of people are writing in the chat. Sienna said the ULT helped me overcome severe menstrual cramps and helped her health on so many levels. Yeah, a lot of women have noticed their hormonal health has improved, just connecting back closer to nature. And yeah, they're not dealing with that inflammation and that pain around that time of the month. Perfect. Well, thank you, Lori, again. And I know we have another testimonial. I think I saw her on. Is Ara, are you here?
Yes, hello everyone. Hi
Perfect.
family. Hello. My name is Sarah Iglesias. So, hi Dominique, how are you?
Good. Thank you for being on. I love your energy.
Yeah, so my name is Sarah. I'm a speaker and I'm an energy coach, also AI business. I have an AI business company, and one thing that everybody says when I get into an stage is where you get that energy. Um, the reality is I'm extremely obsessed with the aminos. I don't know if there's someone else that feel the aminos, but I just wake up in the morning, I take the aminos, and it's like, "Wah!" I get this. And I call this astronaut superhero food because I don't have time to cook. I am not that type. So when the first day when I found the superfoods, I was like, I knew this is real. The astronaut food exists, you just get the pills, and I go like everywhere, like, do you know what is amino acid? Is this composition of protein that it goes into your body. But you know how much it takes to absorb meat? It takes a lot. And we don't even know if we can absorb some of the worst thing that we eat in the street that we don't know what it is. It can be plastic. We don't know. But the point is like I don't have the lingo, but I have the energy to tell you that the aminos just changed my life forever. When I travel a lot, I just take my aminos and I know I can survive during the day. So yeah, that's super like this ultimate lifestyle transformation changed my life, changed the life a lot of people around me. There's no other composition of products around. Try, go, waste your time if you want, and then you're gonna realize that nobody cares so much for the ingredients and the quality like Purium. So I'm just excited to see everybody that is open to receive the information. You gotta go into the other side. You gotta know what it feels to be in your highest, to have like to just be able to be yourself, because we are not depressed, we're not anxious, we are not these toxic humans. It's just our food. So I wish you the best transformation, and Dominique, you rock.
Thank you, Ara. So do you. Wow. I love that you said that this food gives you the chance, the opportunity to be yourself, right? To be who you truly came here to be. And so many people are struggling with, like you said, depression and anxiety and are afraid to show up. I even, for myself, like I have a background in modeling and I was taking pictures, but I didn't feel confident sharing my voice and being vulnerable on social media or in person to, to the people that I cared about. And this food really helped me come back home to myself and open up and share different parts of me that I probably never would have been able to express that I have. So I love that you are recommending and sharing this as a way for people to come back to themselves in this way. So thank you. And yes, like you said, a lot of people are mentioning in the chat. I know my sister, Deanna, she said that the aminos are the best. Sienna said it's the first thing she takes in the morning, her super aminos. I used to keep them next to my bed. Like I said, I keep them in my purse. They're just so clutch to have on hand because like you said, you can't trust what you're eating when you're out at restaurants or just even if you're traveling. You just want to have that peace of mind and make sure that you get the nourishment you need on hand. So thank you for sharing. Sienna said they're astronaut food. Yeah. Or I know that's what Ara mentioned was astronaut food. Perfect. Well, I think we have time for, let's say, one more testimonial. With anybody on the call like to share their story that's been eating these superfoods?
I could share.
Oh, hi, Eric. Thank you.
Hi. Well, I've been taking the superfoods and I've lost 40 pounds and I quit drinking and smoking and I gave up my sugar cravings and my diabetes went away and my psoriasis got better. My eyesight got better. And, I just feel I can't live without them. And they're delicious and they're convenient and they're affordable. And I can't live without them. Type 2 diabetes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Sienna asked the type 2. Wow, thank you so much for sharing that. A lot of people with diabetes and just trying to regulate their blood sugar have noticed a huge transformation with everything that we share, but especially with the Power Shake. How has that helped you just kind of transfer some of the foods you might have used to eating to having the Power Shake on hand?
I just take it all. The Power Shake, I buy a lot of the products. I just make my shakes, and I just got off a 3.5-day fast, and I think fasting is very important. And now I can really appreciate the foods, the superfoods, and my foods better because it's very important to do that. And now I want to give up, more junk food I was eating, a little bit, to get back, to just eating pure, so yeah, I can't live without it.
Yeah, I love that you say you have these to support you after your fast, right? Because a lot of times when we fast, we want to ease out and with food that's really going to help replenish us back and be clean. So to have this on hand post fast is incredible. I know even some people take the super aminos when they're fasting too, just because they don't, absorb through your organs. They go straight to your blood. So yeah, thank you for
No,
sharing.
it was just a water fast, just water for 3.5 days. Actually, it was my longest fast ever. So I'll
Wow.
break, and I wasn't struggling during that fast. So, but I broke it today because it was time, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
thank
good.
you. It's nice to have a male's perspective on this transformation and how
Thank you.
it's helped you. Beautiful. Sorry, I'd love to open it up for questions. I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording. Feel free to raise your virtual hand if you have any questions about the transformation, how it works, anything that we can support you with.